It's no secret that Sukuna is interested in Fushiguro's body, but have you ever wondered why he wants to possess him so badly? Look, the answer is much more complex than you might think, but don't worry, I'm going to explain everything about Sukuna's evil plan. Stay with me until the end of this video and it will all make sense to you. And here's a spoiler, all of humanity will be extinct. Welcome back to Nerds Insights, your channel for daily nerd news. Jujutsu Kaisen is an anime that has taken the world by storm with its engaging narrative and well-crafted characters. One of the intriguing storylines that has piqued fans' curiosity is why the antagonist Sukuna is so interested in Megumi Fushiguro's body. So, let's unravel this mystery together. But first, we need to solve the mystery of why you haven't liked this video yet. Come on, drop a like on this video and comment. Who do you prefer, Itadori or Fushiguro? I'm really curious to know. This video will contain manga spoilers, so proceed at your own risk. Sukuna, known as the King of Curses, is a formidable antagonist in Jujutsu Kaisen. His interest in Megumi Fushiguro's body is not a random whim, but a meticulous calculation based on Fushiguro's unique abilities. Firstly, Sukuna is in search of a new vessel, and Fushiguro emerges as a suitable candidate due to his special abilities. Fushiguro's skill set is not only robust but also shows a particular affinity with the type of power Sukuna desires to control. One of Fushiguro's notable abilities is the 10 Shadows technique, which allows him to control a variety of Shikigamis. If you don't remember, Shikigamis are those shadow monsters that Megumi summons, like the Orochi snake, Nu the giant owl, Gama the frog, among others. When Sukuna became aware of Megumi's powers, he immediately devised a plan to return to his original form. Remember in the second season of the anime when the special curse game suggested a plan for Sukuna where he would consume all the fingers and be able to control Itadori's body? Sukuna refused that plan because he already had one in mind, and this plan relies entirely on Megumi Fushiguro. First, let's remember who Megumi is. He's the son of none other than Toji Zenin, considered the strongest man in the world after Satoru Gojo. In addition to the 10 Shadows technique, Megumi also has the capability of domain expansion, making him the perfect candidate for Sukuna's plans. Sukuna's idea is to take over Fushiguro's body and destroy all the Shikigamis. Let me emphasize this. He intends to destroy all the Shikigamis. Just this act alone would begin to bring the world of Jujutsu Kaisen into chaos, throwing it off balance, leading to extreme and bizarre consequences. But Sukuna doesn't care about that. His goal is to eliminate as many humans as possible. However, in his plan to exterminate the Shikigamis, he plans to leave just one alive. He would destroy all but one to use it to resurrect himself in his original and more powerful form. This maneuver would allow Sukuna to escape from his current host, re-emerging with an amplified power potential. Sukuna's interest in Fushiguro's abilities becomes more pronounced during a specific battle. When Fushiguro prepares to use a final move, Sukuna senses something intriguing in the cursed energy Fushiguro is gathering, indicating the presence of a potentially monumental power. Additionally, Sukuna's dissatisfaction with his current host, Yuji Itadori, is apparent from the beginning. Unfortunately for Sukuna, he is trapped inside Yuji's body due to a binding vow, lacking the means to escape. Fushiguro, with his Zenin bloodline and the 10 Shadows technique, emerges as a more suitable vessel that could facilitate Sukuna's plans to break free and regain his power. Another point to consider is that Itadori is one in a million capable of suppressing Sukuna's powers in his body and preventing him from taking control. Itadori becoming Sukuna's vessel wasn't a coincidence. It was all part of Kenjaku's plan, that bizarre brain controlling Getta's body. However, what no one expected was Itadori's ability to suppress Sukuna. But Megumi isn't one in a million, so Sukuna could freely control his body and use his powers for resurrection. Recently in the manga, he managed to pull off this feat. Remember the agreement Sukuna made with Itadori in the first season of the anime? We finally discovered what that agreement was. Sukuna asked for 1 minute of freedom from Itadori, without him being able to interfere in Sukuna's actions. However, Itadori set a condition for Sukuna. During that 1 minute, Sukuna could not harm anyone, none of his friends, and no one around them. Sukuna accepted this agreement, but Itadori doesn't remember it. What Itadori didn't pay attention to is that Sukuna couldn't harm anyone around him, but he didn't include himself in that. So, when Sukuna takes over Itadori's body for 1 minute, he rips off one of Itadori's fingers and makes Megumi eat it. In doing so, he didn't harm Megumi or anyone else, but forced Megumi to consume Itadori's finger. As a result, Sukuna left Itadori's body and took control of Megumi's, and that's where all the tragedy begins. Just imagine the chaos that will ensue in that world, especially considering that Gojo was still sealed, and as soon as Gojo is released from his prison, he is confronted with Sukuna and Megumi's body. This leads to one of the greatest battles in all of manga, but that's a story for another video, which I can bring to you with a complete breakdown of the battle, including several points you might have missed and important details for the rest of the story. And as for this fight, let's just say it was only the first round. But enough spoilers for today. If you liked this video and are interested in more analyses and discussions about the geek world, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new content. I need your subscription to keep producing content for you, and your subscription is the fuel that keeps this channel's machine running. Thanks so much for sticking with me until now. You guys are awesome. Take care and see you in the next video.